Once a week at this youth detention centre in Kabul, fathers and sons snatch a few precious minutes together. The children behind the fence are serving time for everything from pickpocketing to terrorism and murder. But this new facility is trying hard to put them back on the straight and narrow. Crammed into class, boys aged from 13 to 18 soak up what for most of them is their first taste of education.
A lot of the children in here are from very poor backgrounds and lived in appalling conditions. We try to educate and train them so they can go back to their families and be useful members of society. Most of those who live here don't come back, so we seem to be doing the right thing.
There are 100 boys here, and when they're not threading beads, they learn trades like shoemaking and carpentry. Next door, 20 girls also prepare for a life outside. The crimes committed reflect Afghanistan's troubled society. Many have been used as drugs mules, carrying heroin out of the world's biggest opium factory.
I was arrested at Kabul airport with 10 kilos of drugs. I was on my way to India. Someone else gave me the bag to carry, but the handover was caught on camera in the terminal. I've been here 3 years so far, and I've got to serve 11. But now I know how to read and write, to sew and make carpets.
The facilities here for Afghanistan are excellent. There's 24-hour electricity, it's warm, the children are fed 3 times a day. The irony of their situation here is that when most of them have served their sentences, they'll end up living in conditions that are nothing like as comfortable. Sufficient funding is, though, an issue. Just $1 a day per child is allocated to food, and on their 19th birthday, if they've time left to serve, the teenagers are transferred to Kabul's notorious adult Pul-e-Charkhi prison. This, until last year, was where they'd have been sent in the first place.
I'm really worried about it. I won't be young anymore in an adult prison. There are drug addicts there. What I'm going to learn from them? I want to stay here where I'll learn something and get training.
Many of those that are freed from here face other dangers, though, often when they get home. The stigma of a criminal record, potentially deadly in this conservative society.
Some of the girls are terrified of their parents. They tell their lawyers that they're worried what will happen when they go home. Some face torture or even murder.
Sentences range from a few months to 15 years, a long time behind bars. But at least their punishment now comes with some rehabilitation. Bernard Smith, Al Jazeera, Kabul.